Greetings, mortals! Brimthen Barlow here, and welcome back to another episode of Elden Ring. We are hanging around this new area, trying to find our way into the volcano from a different direction. But also, special guest for this stream, my good buddy Zalost. Welcome to the stream, good buddy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I am glad you are here. You have been playing Elden Ring in the background as well. Tell me a little bit about your experience so far with it.
It's been almost exclusively positive. I have a few gripes about bosses, but that's about it.
Yeah, I have a few, like, small pet peeves on the game so far, little gripes here and there, but overall, this has been the best Dark Souls experience I've had so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd say pretty similar for me.
Because, like I was saying in the last stream, Dark Souls 1 has always left me wanting more. And I know how weird this is going to sound, because, like, I know the combat system is quite different. But this, it feels really close to Dark Souls 1 in a weird way, with, like, the patterns and how the dancing works. Because the dancing in Dark Souls 2 does not feel the same. Dancing in Dark Souls 3 does not feel the same. Like, the parries... the timings and stuff are very on par with Dark Souls 1 in my opinion. And this just feels like it's basically more Dark Souls 1, and I love that.
I've actually been playing in a manner completely different from what Dark Souls 1 would allow.
Oh, but I don't doubt it. Because we got all these arts of war and stuff that change up the game enough. What have you been up to on it then?
I've been playing the Samurai, still using all the same armor. Oh, that's too far of a drop. Thankfully, I'm not the one streaming. That completely derailed what I was thinking. Oh, right. I've been playing, like, mostly just with the starter weapon, starter gear and all that, and I have a shield that doesn't have any Art of War skill attached to it, so I can one-hand my katana and go straight into my weapon art.
So you're doing literally basically the same thing I'm doing.
Yeah, I think we're using the same shield, too.
Yeah, the brass shield has been really fun. So you said I haven't been using pouches. You got like really mad at me that I hadn't been using pouches or something?
Not mad, it just baffles me because it's like so convenient.
My problem is I don't know what half the stuff does in my inventory, so I haven't like touched crafting or anything. Like I don't even know where the pouches are in my inventory.
When you hit the start button, it's on the right side of the menu.
What
it's
yeah. What is it?
It's 4 directional buttons. You hold Y and you can hit a direction to use the item. And then there's 2 that's just like a quick access thing. Like for me, I've got a damage boosting item, the horse ring, a damage resistance item, which don't use the dried levers, they're functionally worthless. And a spirit that I've been using, but we don't talk about that. And then the 2 quick access that I can't use with the D-pad have been co-op items. So I could help people out.
Alright, so I'll put my horse ring on down. See, I literally have not went through my inventory to figure out what any of this does, or like what, like I'm doing basically the first time ever here looking at my crafting menu.
I recommend, well, crafting's kind of not that useful to me unless you have the recipes for poison removal, stuff like that, and arrows.
So it would be bolts for me because I'm using crossbows.
Yeah.
I got lightning bone bolt. Lightning bolts are probably good, aren't they? Shatter shard. Animal bone tip with crystal shard.
I'm not really sure. I haven't really been using bow that much. I mostly just use it to pull stuff.
I'll worry about which one of those arrows to use later. Should I just make all of the Roa fruit into Roa raisins, or is there like stuff that takes Roa fruit as well?
Some of the damage boosting food uses Roa.
Okay.
I would
See.
If you've been diligent about picking up all the Roa you see, or at least most of it, I'd say it's pretty safe bet to make a stack of 100 raisins.
I have 35 Roa. I sold all of my crafting items halfway through this series to get like some levels.
There's no reason to.
I know there's not. That ain't the problem. Oh, I can put lightning. I can make a bunch of lightning grease. I can make darts. I can make the pots that explode. I can boost my immunity, but it doesn't get rid of poison or anything. I don't think I have anything that gets rid of poison. Or anything.
I didn't get the poison removal item until, like, literally yesterday. And I've got, like, 90 hours in the game.
Gotcha.
And it's, like, right at the start.
Dang.
I don't know how I missed it.
Sleep arrows are awesome against mounted combatants. That's kind of cool. I didn't even know sleep items were in the game.
Yeah.
So these are those like magic things that you can use. Heal allies nearby. I guess I could put like my blessing in one of those spots, but I don't really have. I don't think I have very many renewable or reusable items. Maybe like the telescope. Oh, here's some reusables. Let's see these. Summon signs, summoning pool, multiplayer. Okay.
Yeah, they kind of have multiplayer all lumped at the bottom.
I don't really have anything to put in my pouch, man.
The ones I really recommend are the horse whistle and the lantern.
The lantern. I don't think I have the lantern.
There's a couple shops that sell it. It's more convenient than using a torch.
What I can do is put my wondrous flash there to make it quicker for me to get my FP back up.
I think the wondrous flask has probably been like one of the neatest items that I've got so far. Like, that's just a uniquely Elden Ring thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, barring the new statuses, almost all of this is just items that have always been in the game, just different flavors of it. But the physic is awesome.
Yeah, I understand that.
I hate these roaches so much.
I found golden arrows. What up? Don't know if those are any good. My screen tearing's back. Dang it. That has been the only technical issue that I've had from the game, and I know like a bunch of people's had some technical errors. Have you encountered any technical stuff?
Oh yeah, I get at least one crash a day.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, the game's optimized horribly.
Like I said, I ain't had any issues on it. So that's it's interesting to me to see other people like having issues, but then again, I'm on like the beastest beast computer on the planet, so my experience isn't always. Well, I got insta death. Oh my god, I just got death blighted and it spiked me into the air.
Oh yeah, the death blight animation in this game's amazing.
That was gnarly. Inventory is actually really well organized by default, except weapons. Weapon storage is a mess. FPS were a mess in my playthrough at first time, but aside from that, zero problems. The game is gorked like a charm. Gort. It's a neat word. Oh, worked like a charm.
I will say, even though I'm playing on medium settings across the board, it looks at least as good as Dark Souls 3.
I'm playing on max, and this is the best game I've seen fidelity-wise so far. Like, this game is pretty. Alright, so I gotta get used to pressing Y to summon my horse now. But that is really cool, because now I don't have to swap off of my essence blast. Don't ask me how I put the G there. Sleep deprivation is a mess. Yeah, man, I know it's like really early in the morning for you, dude. Like, go get some rest. I appreciate you being here.
I think I just found... Oh. I found a talisman that boosts the potency of incantations.
Nice. I'm surprised nobody's claimed first on the stream. I don't know who was first here now.
Was me.
It ain't popped up for me. Only the first person on the stream can claim first on the stream. Where are we at? I found one of those caravans again. That's a good point. I need to like go back to the first area and search for like bosses and do stuff, but I figure I'll do that like towards the end, you know?
Yeah. How much underground have you explored?
Hardly any. I went into the Linera Lake or whatever it's called, with the beast guys, and you gotta light the torches.
Oh, the Seafra Valley?
Yeah, I think maybe that. Yeah. It's like a river location or something like that, way deep down with an elevator.
I would say underground area, there's about a third of the total map worth of stuff down there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot down there you can completely miss.
But rookie, it's channel point redeem. But yeah, I probably missed a lot down there, but I did kill the boss, the giant moose dude.
Yeah. That was a really simple
Rookie
fight.
is the first one on the stream! Yeah! Sorry about it. Go ahead.
That was a really simple fight, but I really liked the theme and aesthetic of it.
Yeah, no, that was a beautiful, beautiful fight. Rookie's like, chill, my boy. But nah, like, it was such a beautiful fight, because I will always love that kind of aesthetic of, like, mystical, weird, cryptid-looking stuff, you know?
Yeah. This one has a long path.
Let's go in here and destroy some enemies. How about it? But nah, you give FromSoft like maybe 3 months, and the optimization of this game is going to be awesome. Because they've made a killing off this game. There's so many new people in the Souls Society so far, you know?
Yeah. So have you beat Rodon?
What's he look like?
Big guy, tiny horse.
Big guy, tiny horse. Nah, I ain't fought him. I've fought a lot of mini bosses. I've done Godric. I've done Loretta. I'm in this area for the first time.
Oh yeah, how did you end up there?
I went mountain climbing. I found a way in through the mountains, basically. Let's see, I'll pull up my map here and try to kind of pitch it to you here.
See, I never would have guessed you could get up there like that.
I went to, I think, the Mausoleum compound, and yeah, I did. It was the Mausoleum compound, and then I walked I jumped down a series of, you know, those gravestones in the side of the mountain that are clearly jump here, jump here, jump here.
Yeah.
There was some of those, and I got down there.
Oh.
I'll never get tired of how FromSoft masters the show but don't tell world building and storytelling aspect. Yeah, they do a really good job with that. I got grabbed, dang it. Oh yeah, I can press L1 and R1 really fast to get out of the grab if I'm lucky. Nope.
Great enemy felled.
Nice. Great enemy felled. So you just beat one of the other major bosses then.
Oh no, he was out in the middle of the swamp.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dragon?
Great enemies are no, just a guy.
Oh.
He has a standard that he waves around and summons in dudes to help him.
Weird. I have not fought him. What's been your favorite boss so far? Barring spoilers. So far for me, it's been Godric.
He's definitely up there. I hated Margit, but
You hated Margit.
It's hard to talk about the bosses now, realizing that they expect you to just dump or dump points into vigor.
I ain't had that issue
like,
just yet. I still haven't leveled up my vigor.
Sitting at around 15 vigor, just everything was one or two shotting me, and that's just not fun.
I'm currently at 17 vigor, and I do get one shot by grabs and certain attacks, but for the most part, like, I don't die to everything one shot. But I ain't where you're at in the game, so.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 1,940 HP.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't even know what HP I'm at. Let me go look. I'm at 543. Doing great. But no, when I go to respec wherever that's gonna be at, because I still have no clue about where to go with respecing. But we'll get it changed up. I'll get some HP out of just the respec, you know.
Yeah.
So here's the it was permitted. It was fine. Here's the thing for me, Godric versus Margit topic here. I still haven't decided which one's the harder fight. Margit is kind of that hello, welcome to Elden Ring fight, you know, like the Gargoyles was for Dark Souls 1. Like, your first time fighting them is going to literally be a nasty bloodbath for a while, you know? Because I didn't know you could parry the bosses yet. I didn't know that there were
You can parry him?
You can parry Godric. You can parry every single thing in this game at this point. I haven't seen anything I can't parry yet. And I haven't been using parry dough. But, guard counters was a new mechanic for me. I used a lot of guard counters. Guard counters and this blood spell is like my two go-tos in everything I do. But yeah, you can parry him. If you multi-guard counter, you can get a riposte on him basically by staggering him. Staggering bosses by doing like a bunch of heavy attacks or building up bleed and stuff is an interesting mechanic for me. So that's why I'm running this kind of build, is to learn the new mechanics of the game, you know, before going into it like I would usually play.
Yeah.
So for me, Margit was really hard until I got the feel of Elden Ring down. Does that make sense? But I don't think Margit is a difficult boss because I feel like your second playthrough, he's just going to be a chump. Like, I think it's literally going to be gargoyles all over again with Margit. You know, in your mind, they were tough the first time you fought them, but after you fight them a few times, it's just going to be nothing, you know? Godric, I think, is a great comparison to Quelaag, because in the same aspect, first time you fight Quelaag, it's a bit of a crazy fight, you know? It's different. There's a whole bunch of new stuff like area denial, you know, dodge through the fire, you know, stuff that, you know, kind of like Quelaag introduced for Dark Souls 1. So I feel like, again, it'll be another one of those where it's not a struggle after you've beaten the game one time. I don't think I've hit the real hard bosses of the game yet, because I haven't found a boss that made me go, oh no, this is gonna be hard every playthrough, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of the early smaller bosses that I've passed up have just been, I'm not fully upgraded, I'm not fully built for this yet, and I'm just here, you know?
I feel like Godric is definitely the easier of the two, and I feel like it's his phase 2 is an active nerf to him as well.
See, that was what was interesting to me, is everybody saying his phase 2 was harder. See, I think it's actually a harder phase, at least for me. He tones up his aggressiveness a little bit more for a melee fighter.
He gets a lot slower though, and he leaves himself really open to attacks for a long time when he does anything.
I don't know. I struggle with his second phase way more than his first phase. I could always get him into his second phase, but I was always dying in his second phase. Like, I never felt relief getting him to second phase.
Yeah. Margit was such a pain for me because I didn't have a shield. Like, if you don't have a 100% physical block shield, in my opinion, you just don't have a shield.
Yep, I agree with that statement. But the thing is, there's a whole bunch of opportunities to get a shield that early in the game.
The only one I found was the heater, but it has like such a low guard boost that everything was just like, Margit attacks too many times to be able to block his attacks without getting guard broke.
Yeah, I found the beast press on one of those bodies, and then all of those enemies that you go through can like almost drop a brass shield.
Controller, what are you doing?
Plus, I started the game with a 100% blocking shield, so good old vagabond. What you're basically saying is Margit was like a wake-up call, like, welcome to the rice fields.
He really was. Because, like, Margit is, like, the first major boss you'll usually find, but he fights, like, an endgame Dark Souls 3 boss. He just attacks so rapidly that you have to just get away from him. Yeah, because even with a light roll, you can't really dodge his combos very well.
Patch is over here telling me that the stones lead to riches. I know your game, Patches. Come on now. I'm just out of FP, so I think. And then, of
course, I found out about the Margit gimmick after I already beat him.
Oh, the seal?
Yeah.
It didn't help a lot. You can only use it twice, which allowed me to get really just like 2 blood shots off on him. So it takes away maybe 15% of his health is the idea. And that's assuming you're using the katana blood thing.
Yeah, if you go on on them, you can usually get a free bleed off of it.
I thought I could use it right over there.
Which usually forces his phase 2 before you can get your second use of it off.
Yeah. Which is where he amps up all of the craziness.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a gargoyle situation, you know. You just gotta get kind of used to it, you know. And speaking on rookies thing, I really am against summoning, especially like for first playthroughs. Like, if it's second playthrough, third playthrough, do whatever, man. Have fun with the game, you know. But like your first playthrough, to get a full experience for Dark Souls or even like Elden Ring here, like you wanna fill that you wanna fill that kind of achievement from overwhelming the challenge and stuff, and you kind of lose that when somebody comes in and beats it for you, especially if you're summoning players, because players are going to come in there and just like two-shot the boss for you. And at that point, you might as well just be hacking in a way.
Actually, you can't really do that in this game because it has summon scaling.
Yeah, the last part there, but it's still someone else fighting it for you, because every single time anybody runs a summons like that, they just hang back and watch the other person kill the boss because they don't want to die, because they're wanting them to kill the boss for them type deal. I've been summoned in enough in the Sunbros Covenant to know what a host does when I'm summoned in, you know.
Yeah.
They're not beating the boss. I literally am. And while play your game however you want to, you're just not getting the full like Dark Souls experience, in my opinion. And it's an experience I think people should have, because it's not like any other games out there, you know. If you wanted to have an easy time, go play Skyrim.
I'll check in on you about that when you get to later in the game.
Maybe there are, because Nance was telling me about some bosses that are pretty much required, like at least the AI summoning stuff, but...
One boss, I won't say which one, actually, like, I don't think it's possible to do without summons.
Is it the festival boss guy? Because that's the one that Nance is like adamant that he wants me to summon him in with.
I don't do it co-op because you need your horse.
Oh, I don't know anything about it, but he wants to do that one with me anyway, so I'm gonna do it with him. It's like his favorite boss, apparently.
That was the boss I finally respec'd into HP for.
Ah. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that boss, so let's keep it that way. All I know is Nance had a really, really, really fun time with it, and he said that you pretty much have to summon, which, I don't know. I'll find out when I get there, top deal, you know?
Yeah.
But I haven't fought anything in this game that requires a summon yet. And I really hope there's nothing in this game, unless it's an optional, like, it's different if it's an optional boss and they put it in here to be like a raid boss type deal. But if it's like to beating the game, I'm gonna have a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah, unfortunately that is what the festival boss is. It's completely mandatory.
Ah. So I will try to do it solo at some point, just to see what's going on with it. But who knows? We'll take a look into it. But I guess not with you in that, I must say. Not in with you. Okay. But I guess I'm a big co-op guy that loves the binomial aspect of combat. But hey, that's the stuff. Hey man, if you're just big into co-op, that's, you know, that's its own thing. But as far as like, you know, getting the experience of Dark Souls, I highly recommend playing solo, because one of the things that this game has done for me personally, and while this is anecdotal, it's taught me confidence, because like it's this kind of struggle that you know that you can overcome, and you keep working through it. And I would not be nearly as confident as I am today if I didn't run with like Dark Souls in the way that I have. My first playthrough was full of co-op and stuff because I didn't know what I was doing. It was a time where there wasn't too many guides and stuff. And watching my old first playthroughs, honestly super cringy, but I noticed like real quick that the bosses that I co-opted on and basically let somebody else kill, I didn't receive that like, oh, I did a good job, because it was really them doing the good job, not really me doing the good job. So it's kind of like, you know, that infrequent win on solitaire, you know. You want to know that you were the one that was able to do it, basically, and that is such a more rewarding feeling that I don't get in other games. Like, you know, oh my gosh, I just lost 13k souls. But other video games, I don't get that like kick of, wow, I did really good here. It's usually like, you know, my gun's really good, or I'm using the really good ammo like on Tarkov or whatever, or, you know, like CSGO, Siege, you know, skill-based games, I get that every now and then. When it's like, you know, a 1v3 and I did everything I could and was able to overcome the odds. In this game, the odds are, you know, stacked against you, but you're able to still do it as long as you just like have the patience and don't give up. It's a game literally anybody could beat. Dark Souls 1 is. Again, if my three nieces who are 9, 11, and 13 can beat 3 of the bosses without hardly any of my help, like, anybody can play Dark Souls 1, basically. It's not a hard game. It's different and challenging, which most gamers aren't used to. Well, what a guy I used to watch used to tell that what loved about Dark Souls was not the fact that it was difficult, but that it forced you to take it seriously and really think about what you were doing. Basically focusing on the game. Yeah, like with God of War, you just run in, kill everything. Oh my god, I got grabbed by that same friggin' slime. How did I forget he was there twice? I'm so focused on talking. Like with God of War, you can run in, kill everything, and not really have any issues. You know, Skyrim, if you get into an issue, just pause the game, start scarfing down food. Like, there's a lot of like hand holding in a lot of video games, right? And here it just goes, hey, here's the enemies that's ahead of you, here's the tools that you have, good luck. You know, how best can you use these tools to overcome whatever enemies these are? So I'm gonna be real disappointed if it's literally I'm forced to co-op something. But I'll tell you this, I will spend 100 hours on that boss before I like give up on it, you know? Only after my build is completely built, though.
That's been a big issue with me and bosses in this game too, is like some of them I've just had to slam my head against the wall for hours and hours to get through them.
Yeah, Margit and Godric was kind of that way for me starting out, but just remember, it's your first playthrough. It's a different style of Souls game that we're not used to yet. So your next playthrough is going to be a lot easier. You know what I mean? Never forget how the second playthrough goes after the first, you know? We know that going into this. There's a stake of Marika right here. So this probably leads to where I'm trying to go. Rat Boy, what up, Rat Boys? Let's go, Rat Boys! Poison Bone Dart. I almost put on my rat ring. Or cat ring. That trip 2 times on the same stone. Hey, stream it if you do. I'll get popcorn to laugh as a root for you, right? That's the goal, man. Like, to sit here and just like keep trying for it. Because here's the thing: if I spend 100 hours fighting a boss and I keep learning his patterns and I finally beat him, like the amount of triumph that I'm going to feel from that is going to supersede anything else I've done in a Dark Souls game. So I welcome a boss that gives me that much trouble. What? I'm gonna fight shrimp? There's a shrimp boss. Oh my god. Go get the butter. We got the shrimp boss. Oh god. I hate these dudes so much. These dudes have been so annoying. No healing. All right, for 5 minutes. I got you. So at the 40-minute mark on my recording. Can't heal against this boss. I might actually be able to kill the shrimp without healing. As long as I don't get poisoned here. Let's see what I can do. Nope, we're dead. We're dead because my weapon deals blood damage. I'd have to swap weapons to keep fighting them. Payback for the shotgun to the back of the head. Hey, you have already got your payback on that, first of all. You can't get multiple paybacks, bud. That's not how that works. I guess I could try my halberd out against them. See how that goes. And let's see, I got more stamina now. Yeah, so I can do that. And then what else do we got here? Fire attack, lightning, guard counters. Oh yeah, we have like increased non-physical damage. No, that's probably physical though. Guard counters would help pretty good. Let's roll guard counters. And then let's go with magic. Which one of these is going to be best for my magic? Sorcery scaling 117. Sounds good. Okay, the brisket hunting. Lannister and their sense of regard's nice.
I will say that.
Go ahead.
I will say that it's been an interesting problem to have. That it's kind of hard to talk about this game with people because, like, oh god, well, there aren't those souls.
This is gonna be so hard without healing.
You can like play the same amount as someone and have the full map available, like you do and I do, and still not be able to talk about some stuff because since it's an open world game, there's stuff you'll just end up finding way later than someone else did. Like for instance, the poison removal recipe.
Yeah, but I like that because all of our playthroughs are super unique, you know. For example, I thought I was pretty decent into the game, and then I was talking to Focal, and Focal had went to the what's it called, Mori castle down in the bottom right, and I didn't even look down that way. I didn't even like glimpse that direction, and the dude was struggling down there, and I was like, I haven't even seen this, you know.
Oh, Castle Morn.
Yeah, Castle Morn, that's it. This is gonna suck. Yeah, it's like a minefield for spoilage, but at the same time, it's alright. Like, I'm not too worried about spoilers. It's just trying to keep it as low as possible, you know?
Yeah. Oh, so I take it you haven't fought the Red Dog yet?
No, I don't even know who that is either. I have fought the Pumpkinhead boss, the double demi-human boss, demi-human chiefs, Godric, Margit, Loretta. I fought one of the statue cats. And some other stuff, but like I don't even remember what all I've killed basically. I might have fought the red dog. Is he like on his own like little island thingy? Because I went down to that castle and I fought a boss that was on his like little island surrounded by like jellyfish. All right, it's been 5 minutes. I can now heal again.
That sounds like Castle Morn.
That is Castle Morn where I got that boss. The Castle Morn boss is...
Oh, no, that's not a dog. That's a beast man.
That's beast dog, whatever, I don't care.
We're talking about like an actual red dog.
No, I have no idea about that.
Like, not guy who moves around and barks, like Clifford the big red dog. I'm currently in one of those.
One of these guys. I think it'd be great. Alright, back to the blood weapon.
But yeah, I didn't even know there was a shrimp boss in the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's so cool that we can have such different experiences through this game. Like, everybody's basically playing a different game in a little bit of a way. It feels like every large enemy essentially has a boss version of itself, is what it feels like. Which brings me to an interesting thing that I've been talking about, which is that there are a bit too many bonfires, because I will walk 10 feet from a bonfire and find another bonfire sometimes. And subsequently, it does feel like there's a bit too many bosses, but a lot of them are, I don't really know what to call them, really. Thank you for the 400 biddies! Thank you so much, Mr. Brick. Really do appreciate it. Hybrid enemies are tough. Their versatility is a pain in the rear. They sure are. Oh Lord, another 100 biddies and I got killed looking over. You got me killed with the biddies, boy!
Kill 'em with kindness.
Whole bunch of biddies. Another 400 biddies. Thank you. There is spam protection, I think. No, there's not spam protection. It'll just sit there and play it multiple times, too. Thank you for the now 900 biddies. Thank you. Genuinely. Everything helps out keeping this thing going.
I will say that this might be the first Souls game where I take a character to an obscenely high level just so I'll have a character I can test all the, like, absurd amount of different weapons with.
Yeah. Like, I had that feeling with Dark Souls 1, like, wanting to make a multi, like, tester kind of build, you know?
Yeah.
I'll find my ways to spam. He sure will. Oh, I love it. This place's name is Seath Water Cave. It's making me seethe. It's a cool little name. But yeah, thank you so much for the biddies there, Brickett. It's very helpful. I gotta figure out my timings in this boss, because 2 of them are something. That's right. We can 3-shot them. That's all that matters. I feel like if I can get 1 down, I'm okay, you know, type deal.
Oh, have you fought any of the Ninja Snails?
Give me 1 second. Ah, I died on the last. I got 1 HP to dream again. What was it that you was asking me?
Have you fought any of the Ninja Snails?
Is it one of the invisible snails that summon enemies?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got I fought one of them so far. I'm assuming there's multiple. Yeah, the Ninja Snails are interesting. I smelled something was funny with that fight because when I went in, the name of it was something summoner, and I noticed that the dude I was fighting looked like one of the spirits, so I immediately said to myself, I'm probably not fighting the thing that I'm fighting right now, you know?
Yeah.
And then when I hit the spirit, the HP bar didn't go down on the boss, so I was like, yep, I've just got to go find the thing. They're like snake snails, though, is what was interesting. They like hiss and stuff.
Oh, have you done any of the Everjails?
What was it?
The Everjails, the circles with the rockworms.
Yeah, I've done several of those.
Those are fun.
Yeah, I love that they added those to the game.
That was how I found out about gravity spells in this game.
Yeah, there's been a couple of bosses that's had gravity spells for me. I got greedy. I died at the same time the boss did. Kindred of Rot's Exulsion. I died at the exact same time the boss did. I wonder if it'll glitch and they'll be back and I can get 2 of those. I should also go find out what it does. Poisoning and rot in vicinity increases my attack power. What? If I'm standing in poison or rot, I deal more damage?
What?
Whoa, that's a weird talisman.
That might actually be really good considering you can stay in poison as long as you're on your horse and not get poisoned.
Assuming it allows me to do that, because you're not counted as in poison, maybe. Yay, the bosses are dead. Let me grab my souls. Interesting graphical thing here. This looks like it would be a ladder almost.
Oh, that almost one-shot.
Those guys were fun to fight. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. In the next episode, we will wander around Mount Glimmer a little bit more.